So in this video we'll discuss about how to write the function and what are the important things in the functions. So first thing, the general format for writing the function is very easy. You have to first put is equal to, then function name, whatever is the name of that function, then put the input, required input. So there are multiple types of basically inputs, and depending on the nature of functions, that input can be a 0, 1 means without input you can get some output value. Some functions are 1 where 1 input is required, so function name, then you have to put the 1 input. Some are the functions where multiple inputs are required but that are fixed, means if there are 2 inputs then you need to put the 2 inputs. If there are 3 inputs, so function name and input 1, input 2, input 3. Some are the multiple inputs required but they are not fixed, means if there are 3 inputs, 3 data, then you can put the 3 data. If there are 4 data, then you have to put the 4 data. Function name plus input 1, 2, 3 and so on. So that is not fixed one. It can be a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever the number may be. So there are some functions where the inputs number is not fixed. So we'll take the example one by one. Now number 1 is 0 input. So there are functions, only few functions are there in the Excel where the 0 inputs are required, 0 input is required. For example, this is the example today function. So in the today function, basically we can have the today's date. We just put the data, we just put the this function, write down this function in any cell, and that will give the output of the date. One important thing that is you all have to remember that all these inputs are basically the cell addresses in the Excel sheet. You have to put the addresses. So now take the first example, is equal to today, and then bracket started and bracket close. That is a standard format, name and then bracket, enter. So we'll see that this is the date 30th of August 2020. So it is a dynamic one. When I will open this one into the next day, it will automatically be a 31st one, and the next day 1st September and so on. So that is, there is no input is required, no cell is required, only you have to put the function name here. Now come to the next one where 1 input is required. So let us take the example. For example, this is the name, faculty number, enrollment number, name of all of you. Our target is to write down these capital letter into the smaller proper case. So for that thing we can use this cell where only 1 input is required, the cell address. For example, I need to change this name into the proper one. So how I can do it? Is equal to name of the function, that is the proper, and then bracket started, and then you have text is given here, means you have to select the cell where that text is required. This is a cell W10, bracket close. The function is complete, only single input is required, enter. You will get the output, and that is in the proper case, means the first letter is capital and then the next is small and so on. You just double click here and all these number has been changed. Now come to the next one where there are so many functions where only 1 inputs are required. You can change it, and come to the next one where more than multiple inputs are required. So I've taken the 2 examples here, left functions and mid functions. In the left functions only 2 inputs are required, in the mid functions 3 inputs are required. Let us take the left functions. What it means that basically, suppose I am interested to just take out these 18 PKB 084. So it has some meanings. 18 means the students who has taken the admission in 2018. PKB means the branch. This is the basically coding of the faculty numbers. So I am interested to find out the 18 or 17, so that we can be used for further processing. So I need to pick only 18, any starting 2 digits. So for that we can use the left function, is equal to left, bracket started, text. First thing, that is input is text. So text is given here, cell address L07, that is the cell address of the first one. Then comma for the second input, number characters, means how much digits and numbers are required to extract. So start in 2 digits, 2 and enter. So you can see that 18 is recovered here and so on. from every cells we can recover 18, 18, 18 and 17. Automatic drop, double click on this. When you put a double click here, automatically the equations functions will be dragging into the all part of the cell. Now come to the next one, mid functions. Mid functions means I need to extract the pkb, that is after two letters I need to extract the third letter, started from the third letter to third, fourth, fifth. pkb is the started from third and four, five and completed in the fifth one. So how we can read mid function, bracket started text, I have selected text, comma start number third one, and how many characters are there in pkb? 1 2 3 characters are there. So in this way enter. So pkb is extracted here, and you see, so in this way you can extract. Here only 3 inputs are required here. So there are so many functions are there where 2 3 inputs are required. Now come to the more than basically 3 means where there is not the number are not fixed here. For example, you all name as there are 5 subjects for all of you, and you have some marks in that subject. So I will also give you one very good function. I want to generate some numbers, some random numbers for all of you. So there are one function that is rand between, that is have only 2 inputs, and that will generate here. For example, let us see rand between. So in rand between, bottom value, minimum value say 56 and the maximum value is 96, that is a number. So automatically you see that I can drag it for all these 5 and so on. So these are the numbers generated. Minimum will be the 56 and maximum will be the 96. So this is generated here. So in this way I can generate so many numbers for for the tutorial, and all these numbers are here. After that I want to add all these numbers. So for that thing we have a function is equal to, that's a sum, where there are more than 3 inputs and number are now fixed, is equal to some function. Number 1 is there, number 2 is there, and after that dot 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 is there, means you can add more and more numbers because that is not fixed one. So that is the basically story here. So it is started from this one up to this one, means BL7. If you see BL7 to BP7, that is the basically range, bracket close. So that is 401 and on, so on. You can put these functions and double click here, so automatically we will save. So here basically in the some functions input are not fixed, because function don't know exactly how much number you are going to add, either 5 number, 6 number, 7 number. So depending on the numbers, the input is now being changed here. Similarly for the average number, so is equal to average. So this is average function. So it also again asks number 1 comma number 2 and then dot dot dot, means this is not for fixed number, it can be changed depending on the input data available. So I have 5 different subjects, click here and then bracket close, and in this way we can get here the average number and so on. So these are the example of the multiple inputs where the numbers are not fixed. So there are so many numbers, so many functions are there where numbers are not fixed. You have to basically change the values depending on the input data. Hope you will understand it. Thank you very much.